Hello and welcome to Archetype Builds. I realize it's not Halloween, but for me it is Halloween, so this is a Halloween episode. It counts. I made it. I did it. This is done. Today we are going to be talking about a very spooky build, and that is of the Spider Spinner. This is a character that uses the power of creepy crawly spiders, emerging seemingly from nowhere within their clothes where they hide dormant, ready to ambush and devour their enemies with poisonous bites. I personally have always found spiders very fascinating, partly because I am terribly arachnophobic, and I am so sorry to my future self for the pictures that I will need to put as media in this video. I'm sorry. So, this build is not going to break a ton of new ground for the channel. We're going to use some tried and true tricks that we've put into practice for other builds in other contexts, but we are going to flavor them with spiders all the way through. So we are going with a druid. Spiders are beasts in the monster manual, which means characters that can work with beasts can work with spiders, and we are going druid. Actually, lore-wise, an ettercap, there's a creature that is actually in lore a druid who studied spiders so much that they lost their mind and became a spider. And what we want to do here is grab the drow race. The drow have a long history of association with spiders. All of their stuff is super spider themed, and they worship Loth, right? The wolf spider queen. And so that is the character that we are making. We are making a Loth-worshipping spider druid that is one day going to become so feral that they end up eating their other drow. We are going to, of course, mainly be grabbing spells as a part of this build. At first level, we'll grab things like Animal Friendship, which you are to use only on spiders, but this will make spiders charmed by you, and then you can beast bond with them to see through their senses and have little spider spies. As you go up in levels, you're also going to grab Snare and Entangle. These are going to be you kind of producing web fluid. I think maybe Snare with a little web, Entangle spreading that webbing across an area to make it sticky and trap people. When you reach second level, of course, you'll be choosing your subclass, and we are going to be the Circle of the Land. What land specifically? The Underdark, where our drow ancestors come from. This is going to immediately, when we get to level 3, grant us web and spider climb. So now we are avatars of spiders ourselves, climbing around, spraying webbing out with our spells, and interacting with spiders to create little spies for intelligence. We, of course, are also going to get our wild shape, which we will use to become spiders. Yes, so we are going to become spiders ourselves, work with spiders, and have spider-like elements even when we are not wild-shaped. I would also recommend for second level grabbing Earthbind. There are spiders out there that can catch birds, and those would be a fun spider to emulate as you cast your webbing into the sky to grab a griffin or a dragon or whatever you're going to do. Moving up in level, at 5th level, of course, we are going to need Conjure Animals, which is going to allow us to finally achieve our full form and summon an army of spiders flowing forth from our clothing to swarm an enemy. I'm going to recommend, instead of the giant spider, which is CR1, you'd only get a couple of those, let's grab the giant wolf spider, to praise Loth the wolf, and we are going to have those guys running out and swarming over our enemy. Because of bounded accuracy, the numbers are just in your favor to choose a high mass of creatures rather than a low mass, but you can, of course, summon giant spiders. At 7th level, we are going to get our 4th level spells, and we are, of course, going to choose Giant Insects, which explicitly allows us to turn little spiders that are just crawling in the corners into giant spiders that we can send into battle to devour our enemies. And finally, at 9th level, we are getting access to 5th level spells, and we'll loose an Insect Plague. Now, raw, it makes you choose locusts. I don't know a DM alive that would not allow a character like this to spray out a bunch of spiders swinging on their webs, or got those little balloons, silk webs that allow them to like swarm all over a person and be your insect cloud. But if you must, you can use your insect plague as unleashing the food that you were carrying for your little spider colony. And maybe if you can swarm them with spiders after that, they can eat up all the locusts as they are attacking. And that is our spooky, scary spider build. A very lean, clean way to terrify your fellow players at the table.